There we go. We are recording.
Yay!
Hooray! Hello. How are you?
I am great. How are you, Annie?
Oh, look, I'm getting through, and that's really all we can ask for. Nah, I'm good. I'm excited to be building rockets again.
Yeah. So I did some preparation, and I was looking at how many steps I have left, and I feel like I'm going to have lots of free time to annoy you with questions.
Oh no, because I was looking at my instructions, and I was kind of upset by how much still has to be done.
Well, to be fair, I can also build us the launch.
Oh, true. You've got to make the launch pad. That is true. And
Yeah.
I've got to avoid cutting my headphones cable. I'm going to bring this closer so I can like loop it around the chopping board.
Yeah. Right.
This is great. Well, yes, also, if you're watching this, welcome back. Riley and I are building rockets. I came up with a really cool name. It was the Rona Rocket Club. I've decided that's what we are.
That's really cool.
So if you're watching this and you want to join the Rona Rocket Club, get yourself a rocket and build along.
Yeah. I would be really excited to see other people building rockets. And who knows, maybe we could do a giant session with everyone.
That would be so cool if we could do like an open live Zoom sesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay, if you're watching this and you want to do a live building rockets Zoom sesh where you can like come and we'll just chat about rockets and space and everything else that we want to talk about and build rockets together, let us know. Hit us up. We'll make it happen.
Definitely. Do you want to give a recap of what you did last week?
Oh, that's a fantastic idea because I also have to pull my rocket out of it. I put everything back in the bag so I didn't lose any bits. So
that was smart. I did the same thing.
Here I have my nose cone. This is the main tube. This, I still don't know what this is for, but I'm going to find out. And this was my helpful stick I made to do gluing. And then I have the elastic and the little, I think that's the shock cord and the little parachute, and got the fins and the stand, all in balsa wood, which is great. So last week, what I did was I built the engine mount, which is here, which is now dried and looks really good.
Yours looks so cool because you've actually assembled yours. Mine was like a cheat and was like pre-assembled.
Oh, yeah. So we had a great chat last time about the purpose of these green rings and like where the force was going to be going. And I have been thinking about it all week. So this is dry and it's really cool and I'm extremely proud of it. And then I also last week sanded my fins to make them rounded.
Yeah.
At the top like that. And so I'm hoping today I will get to install my engine mount in my tube and install my nozzle.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. How about you? What did you do?
All right. So at the end of our last session, I have my body fully assembled. So at the end, it's really hard because it's all black. But this plastic bit is my engine mount, which is plastic, which is glued in. And then I got 2 tubes and they're glued together with that little section bit, which is going to have launch rod. That's what these knobby bits are for. And then the final tube, and then my nose cone slides right on top. But today I have to install all the stuff that's going on in the inside. So that'll be fun.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So what are you starting off with first?
I think I'm going to install my engine mount first on the basis that it needs to dry and will require gluing. So I'm having a look now, and I think what I have to do is see here where the fins will go.
Yeah.
just above that on the inside, I have to put some glue, and then my engine mount will go inside my tube. Hopefully it fits. Yes, it will fit. And I'll leave like just the end bit poking out. I'm pretty sure 3 millimeters I have to leave poking out, and I measured that earlier here. So that's what I'm going to start with. How about you?
I also forgot to say, but I did my shot cord. So I'm starting off by gluing that into the top of my body of my rocket.
Oh, okay. So we're both doing like inner glue things.
Yes.
All right.
Then I get to put the fins in, which will be cool. So.
Did you manage to get the glue off your fingers?
Yes. I think it took a solid 1 day of constant hand washing. But I mean, in this current situation, I've been hand washing so much anyway, so
yeah,
came off quite easily.
Yeah, I managed to not get any on my fingers last time, which I think is probably a bad sign. I'm almost certainly going to get some this time.
Well, don't say that, because now you will.
Well, it's difficult, Riley. Sometimes glue just happens. I need a thing to put my glue on, and I swear I had one last week. Maybe just a piece of paper.
I must say, I kind of do like enjoy having glue on my fingers in the sense of like, it makes me feel like I've accomplished something and I've been like creative and artsy.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Like when you have paint under your fingernails and you're like, oh yeah, just like, I'm just an artist, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I love how artists get to be messy.
And I imagine, and in fairness, like I have gone to visit the SpaceX factory before, but I haven't gone to any other rocket factories. I'd imagine that like when you're building rockets, you don't really get to be messy. You probably have to be like very precise.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I just glued this the wrong way. I'm starting off so great, Riley. Good job. It's all right. We'll improvise.
Oh, I have to measure a thing. I forgot to measure this thing last week. 8.3 centimeters. Yeah, for some reason, like, is yours in centimeters or inches in your instructions?
Mine's in centimeters and inches.
Yes, I find it confusing. Why would anyone use inches?
Because a lot of the space industry is in the US where they use. It's imperial, right? Imperial is your inches and your feet and your...
Yes. That is true.
I can tell you right now, I've already got glue all over my fingers.
Oh, no. That's no good.
Right. I know how to get it off now. I know how to get it off. We're all good.
I'm worried that my engine mount is going to go inside the body, but that if I look at the way it's sitting, in order for this green bit to be above where the fins go in, I don't think I'm going to have 3 millimeters clear to poke out the bottom of my tube, which apparently is required. I don't know what to do.
Wait, what's it look like when you put it in at the moment?
Okay, I'll put it in without the glue. If I put it in so that it like doesn't interfere with my mounts for my fins, it's all the way in.
Ooh.
And I just had a look and it's definitely not right because the distance between these two green bits needs to be, it's like just okay for the fins, but I don't know. What's your official thing? Like, do I need to have a bit sticking out the end?
It's kind of hard because it would depend on the type of, like, it would purely depend on your rocket. But can you move the top green band up more?
I glued it.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, it'll break off. Yeah, I'll just move it up. That's probably the easiest solution. I'll just break the glue and there we go. Shimmy it up a little bit.
I don't know how, I'm going to kind of cheat here because I don't know how I'm supposed to get this to stay in and stick.
What are you doing?
So I'm trying to glue, my shot cord. But because it's circular and the piece of paper is square, it's not really sticking down.
Oh no. Here's a question for you. What does a shock cord actually do?
Well, in this case, it's so that your parachute, when it deploys, keeps the rest of the rocket together, minus the nose cone. Otherwise, there's the risk that, like, it all just falls apart and then you can't relaunch it, which would be a shame.
Oh, so you don't want your rocket to blow up? Like,
no.
Okay. Oh no, I got glue on my fingers. Definitely got glue all over my fingers.
I don't know how to get this to, like, stick down.
What are you trying to do?
So the paper bit of the shock cord I showed you, it has to stick down on the inside, but it kind of just says no because it's square. I might try and glue the inside and then...
I cut like a long thin bit of balsa wood that I'm using to do my remote gluing operations. So maybe you could use that, and like if you leave it for a minute or two, it gets real sticky. Ah! Oh no.
What's going on?
I'm gonna go with that being okay. I tried to push the little green bit back on to re-glue it, but because it already has a bit of glue on it, it was sticking, and then I was pushing it, and then it suddenly went too far, and now there's just glue everywhere.
It's all right. We got this.
Do we got this, Riley? I don't know if we got this.
We also learn from our failures, which is important.
I was feeling so confident last week, and this week I'm like, maybe like law and sociology and history doesn't lend itself to building rockets as much as I thought it did.
Everyone can build model rockets. Anyone.
Anyone?
And if you're a kid, you can build them too, but do them with a parent, because I know for a fact my mom would fume at me if I got glue on like the table or the couch.
I mean, that's fair. I want stapled, like my parents' very nice vintage wooden dining table.
Oh, that would not have gone down well.
It wasn't the best. It was okay. Surprisingly okay. But yeah. Definitely. If you're a kid, maybe don't do that. Pro tip.
So I think my strategy is I'm just gonna hold it down until it dries. But in the meantime, I can get, because I've got my parachute and my fins here, I can start doing the other fun stuff.
Awesome. So I have
fins. Oh, there you go.
I re-glued my green bit at the top, which basically means that when the rocket goes off, it'll help this thing from exploding. And so I've re-glued it like a little bit higher up than where I had marked it. So my measurements must have been off, I think. Or my measurements were spot on and my rocket's wrong.
Which is going to be hard to tell.
It is going to be hard to tell. Don't worry, I'm going to put this off screen, but it's definitely still here and it's going to dry. So I'm not going to be installing the engine mount as I thought I was going to be doing first. Instead, unfortunately, I'm going to go back to the task I was doing last time of trying to cut my fingers off while installing a nozzle. What?
Put my fingers on. But see, I'm so lucky. Mine just slide in.
Oh, I feel like this is cheating.
Oh wait, I am actually supposed to glue them. That is incorrect. I am actually supposed to glue them.
Okay, if you finish before me, I will be unsurprised but displeased. So last time I was trying to cut this bit of plastic using this, which is my craft scalpel knife from when I was a kid, and it's real blunt. So that isn't working. So instead this week I have located a Stanley knife, which is a serious Stanley knife. So I'm going to attempt to use that. And if I cut my fingers off, it will make for really like interesting YouTube.
Yeah.
Again, if you're doing this at home, maybe ask an adult to do this bit, because I kind of wish I had an adult to ask to do this bit, because it's hard.
All right, my first fin has been glued on, hopefully. I'm actually gonna laugh when we launch it to see if any bits fly off of mine.
I'm gonna like really, I'm so looking forward to launching these. I've decided that we definitely should launch them at Sydney University.
Yeah.
And I think we'll do it in that grassy patch outside the physics building.
Yeah.
So if you live in Sydney, keep a lookout. Come along. Be part of the Rona Rockets.
We'll have a lot of fun.
We will have so much fun. Oh my God. I don't understand why you wouldn't manufacture this with this bit already cut if it's so difficult to cut.
Because it's about enjoying the experience of building your own rocket.
Okay. Yeah, but what about enjoying having 5 fingers?
Too many questions.
Too many questions.
I now have got 2 fins glued on. They're still drying. And my bit inside has stopped sticking again.
What if it's probably a problem because it's a really smooth surface. So could you like scratch up the surface a little bit?
I think you're onto something, Annie. But wait, it's sticking down now, so I might be all right. I'm going to just hold it down.
That's a good idea.
But
if in doubt, pressure. That is a big rocket.
Yeah.
My rocket has envy.
But your rocket is more complex, so...
More sophisticated.
Yeah, so, you know.
My rocket is so complex, no one understands it. It listens to indie music.
Oh, well mine, okay, so my rocket, only because the stickers that came with it say so, its name is Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is not going to stick.
Is it sponsored by Jeff Bezos?
Definitely not. I am an independent rocket builder.
Uh-huh.
So, called Amazon after the forest. Because see, look, it's got like the tiger stripes on it kind of thing.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
Yeah.
What's the decoration on mine going to look like?
Well, I thought you were going to paint yours, but I do have stickers for yours if you do want to do that.
I'm kind of keen to paint it.
Right, I've got sandpaper, so...
Nice.
We're going to rough this up.
Now you're going to have glue on your sandpaper.
This is so just awkward because it's so small.
Oh my God, this is finally going. Do you know how much screen time I've spent trying to cut this stupid little divot in a nozzle. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to check the instructions to make sure this is what I'm meant to be doing.
Right, and I'm just going to sand.
It makes it look so easy. Oh my God. It's like, look at this picture. See here? Little craft knife, just cutting out this little divot, a notch, if you will, in the nozzle, which you then install. It makes it look so easy. It's not even got its own step. This should be like a whole page of the instructions cutting this bit.
But Annie, it just is so easy, all right? It's like IKEA furniture.
IKEA furniture is easy.
I think it depends. Some cases you... No.
I've never felt like I'm going to cut my fingers off building IKEA furniture.
That is true, though.
Having a sharper knife is definitely like an assisting kind of activity here, and I would recommend having a sharp knife.
Oh no, my sandpaper's stuck.
Oh no! How would that affect the flight dynamics?
I don't think it would affect it that much, but it's just... I'm just really... Oh, there we go. Surely it's rough enough now, right?
Surely. On the rough streets of Sydney. I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah, we should ask people if they put it on an Instagram story and ask them if they have any questions.
Oh, good call.
Any topics they want to talk about. Want us to talk about. Oh my God, that took a while to get out, didn't it?
All right. Smile. Okay. I will do that. I will. Well, maybe you should post something. Yeah. We can both post something.
All right. I've got my phone here and I will do just that.
Amazing. Well, if you're taking a photo, I'm going to hold up my engine mount because I am proud of it.
Right. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's just you in it because I'm struggling with one hand, but it'll work.
Cool. Oh. Did you get your sandpaper out?
Yes, I did.
Great. This is good news. So this little divot I'm cutting has to be the width of the metal bit on my engine mount. And I'm not going to say that isn't a challenge, but we've made great progress.
You're doing really well. I feel like you got the really hard question for rocket for someone who hasn't never built a rocket before. So,
well, I have built model boats, as I said, and I feel like at some point I might have built a model aircraft, but it was probably one of those ones that was really easy, like where it was like 3 bits of polystyrene that you glued together and then launch with a rubber band.
See, I've never built one of those.
Oh, they're so fun. There used to be an air museum, and I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it was somewhere near Brisbane.
Oh,
maybe.
I might know what you're talking about.
I think it might have been attached to the RAF base now that I think about it, because it was like war airplanes. Anyway, I went there as a kid and we got some like models to build at home, and I was pretty young, so I got a pretty easy one. But my brothers built some really amazing model aircraft and gliders and stuff.
I think I got it to stick. But I don't know like how long is like it's definitely stuck down or it's like not.
Oh my God, I just did it. I did it. Look,
Yes.
I cut a notch.
That's brilliant.
That's like 40 minutes of my life I will never get back. And do you know how it has haunted me this week, Riley? I was literally driving down a highway, like thinking about this notch I have to make.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, I'm going to attempt to glue on another fin.
Cool.
Without this coming unglued.
Right. So this notch thing is so my metal bit can stick out, but basically this is going to end up like this inside the tube.
I definitely think you should paint it.
Oh, I'm so going to paint it. What do you think I should, like, what colors and stuff should I do it?
I think you should try and paint planets onto it. So it matches some of your groovy overalls.
I do love a groovy overall.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We could do planets. That's actually.
You have the name. What you named your rocket? What was the name again?
The Rona Rocket.
Yeah, and you need to like paint Rona.
That's a great point. Okay. Let's have a look.
Every rocket has a name. Every rocket has a name.
Is that true?
Mostly. I mean, some have really boring names. Oh, no! But I mean, like, you've got the SpaceX Falcon and Falcon Heavy.
Yeah. And what was that one? The Rocket Lab ones have really fun names.
They're the mission names. Their rocket name, but the rocket name's really cool. Their rocket name is Electron. It's called Electron, so that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, I think I need to sand my nozzle while I wait for my engine mount to dry again. And then I think I'm going to do my shock cord like you did.
Good luck with that.
I'm worried I've lost the piece of paper that I was meant. Oh, no, I have to cut it out, don't I?
Yeah, it's on your instructions. Because remember, I spent a solid 20 minutes, I think, in our last video trying to find where the piece of paper was.
Okay, I think I'm going to just cut out a piece of paper that isn't that piece of paper because I want to save my instructions. So, ooh.
You can get the instructions online, though.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, I'm saving them.
True. Still.
All right, I think my rocket base. Wait,
what? You are so far ahead. Look, you have a rocket and I have this. This is not okay. Okay, I'm like, consider me chastened. That looks incredible.
Oh, I'm definitely, I really, really hope it doesn't like explode because this is like the rocket where I'm going to take wherever I move. It's always going to be with me.
Oh, it's lovely. All right, I have some sandpaper and I am sanding the edges of my nozzle to make it smooth. That's really great noise.
It's not fingers on a chalkboard though.
Don't do that to me. I will not have it.
Okay, so now I've got to do my nose cone. And it says, do not cut off eyelet, but then they're cutting off something. So, slightly confused. Oh, I think it's, I think it could be like, I've got to cut. I don't understand.
What are you trying to do?
I think I'm going to cut the hole. Like, I'm going to cut a hole in this bit, but not like, so that I can wrap the shock cord.
Ha! You also have to cut a notch. Welcome to my pain.
No!
Now, Riley, do not cut your fingers off.
Well, I've got a very serious Stanley knife as well in my pencil case that I prepared earlier.
Ooh.
But I'm a bit confused because the second.
You're just staring at it.
You know, I concentrate when I go silent. I also have this weird thing where if I'm really concentrating, I poke out my tongue. And it like, so in my tennis days, there's heaps of photos of like action shots of me, but they are terrible because in every single photo, I'm always like, I'm like a dog with their head out the window. I'm like, it was just absolutely like.
Amazing.
Yeah. I actually wish I had know. It would be really funny.
Oh, that's fantastic. I actually quite like sanding things, I've decided.
I feel like it's kind of therapeutic.
Sort of is. It's nice making something smooth. I think I'm going to have to sand my nose cone. Oh, does it mean don't cut off this bit?
Yeah.
But you have to cut a little hole in the middle?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to do that because...
Look at this.
Logic tells me.
Oh, I would just like to say, I'm a little bit smart. No, I'm just, the plastic is made so you put pressure on it and it just kind of falls out. I wasn't,
Oh, okay.
I wasn't as fantastic as what I thought I was.
I'm a little confused because the instructions show tying the shock cord onto the nose cone in a manner that is not possible with my current varietal of nose cone.
Well, I'm having the same issue, but I feel like I'm just going to have to like fold it and like push it in.
Like, here's my instructions. There. And it shows you tying the shock cord or the parachute cord to like a bit at the end of the nose cone. But my nose cone doesn't have that. It's hollow. So it has this on the side. So I think I'm just going to have to roll with it and improvise. But if you're working at rockets.com, just a heads up that that particular bit of the instructions might need a little update. I don't think they care.
I would love to just get an endless supply of model rockets. I think I would, no one would ever see me.
Like a sponsorship?
Not even that, like if someone just bought me like an entire collection of model rockets, I would just spend all day, every day, just building. I would never resurface.
But isn't that kind of what you're going to be doing, but better because you're going to be like building real rockets?
Hopefully.
All day, every day?
Yep, that's the dream. Oh
That's
my god, I can't get through the hole. It's so small.
What if you poke it from one side? Have you got like a crochet hook or something? Or a knitting needle?
I'm not creative enough.
Haha. Well, if you struggle and you have to delay this to another session, I can drop you off a crochet hook.
I get the instruction now. I get why I was so confused. I'm supposed to slice off a bit of this. Oh,
to make it like pointed.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's why I was so confused.
I got it. I'm going to chop this out while the going is good and I'm feeling confident with my Stanley knife activities, even though I'm really skipping ahead in my instructions.
Well, mine's interesting because this is rubber and rubber doesn't really cut well with the Stanley knife, unless mine is just really blunt.
Cutting this out. This is going to be great. Yeah, so if you're watching this and you like have a bunch of model rockets or real rockets, feel free to throw them at Riley. Like not physically, but conceptually.
Yeah, if you don't want to build them and you just want someone to build them, I'm 100% up for it.
Yeah, nice. How are we looking? You're concentrating so hard.
I'm so focused because this rocket will be perfect and it will never break and it will never die. Actually, I want to get something before we launch called a USB camera. And I'm going to stick it onto our rockets when they launch and we get the footage.
That is a great idea. I was also thinking maybe we should get one of those like GPS tracker things that you can stick on your mobile phone or your keys and stick it on the rockets so that if they go, if they disappear, we can like find them.
Ooh, because yeah, I think you can get them in like sticker form, right?
You can, yeah, because I remember when my brothers launched, there's a naked man over the road. Excellent. Sorry. I'm obviously not going to show it because like...
Only in Sydney. Only in the city of Sydney.
Well, okay, so during this corona period, people have been inside a lot and I live opposite some other apartments and some hotel rooms. And yeah, anyway, it's just, he's still there. He's just taking in the view.
You do you. That's what I say to people.
Now I'm distracted. Oh yes, when I've seen rockets be launched, they always tend to get tangled in trees. So it can be hard to find them again. And I remember like many days spent walking around wooded areas, looking up at trees, trying to spot them. So
where did you and your family live when you were launching all these rockets?
We lived in an area called St. Ives, which is...
I know St. Ives. Like in Sydney, right?
Yeah, you've got to say it's Knives. That's how it really rolls. Yeah, it's like in the northern suburbs of Sydney, and there was an oval called Warramoo Oval. Oh my God, you're so far ahead. I need to pick up my act.
But you're talking and having tea, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, but I don't want you to finish before me. I'm going to cut out this thing for my shock cord. I've decided to sacrifice my instructions since they're mostly wrong anyway. Warramoo Oval was where we used to go, and I was like 3 at the time, so I have only the faintest memories of rockets being launched and me not being allowed to go and like stick my face in them. But but yeah, that's where we used to do it. And I don't know how high these rockets go. Do you know, Riley?
Well, it depends on the motor that we put in them, but I'm pretty sure with the motors I got, so like the maximum height that yours is supposed to go to is, see, yours is supposed to go higher than mine.
Ha, yes. It's similar. I mean, it's lighter, so if it's got the same rocket as yours, it should go like higher.
Yeah. So yours is supposed to go 351 meters, and mine is supposed to go 183.
351 meters?
Yes.
Holy shit.
But
I'm sure that that's legal.
But I'm assuming that's with like the C-class motors because you know how like with marketing, you always want to make it be more impressive.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't actually go that high. I wonder if we could put like a little altimeter on them when we launch them.
Yeah.
Or maybe your USB camera could have something inbuilt. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out.
You know what you
Because
could do? If the USB camera is looking down, we could put something on the ground that we know how big it is and then use like maths to figure out how high it was.
if anyone watching this wants to do the math for us, let us know because I think my brain won't.
So
But
381 meters?
51.
351.
But I'm putting in yours initially an A-type. Oh yeah, so the motor that we're putting in, it should only go 84 meters.
Okay, that's good because I'm pretty sure that the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, or CASA, I couldn't remember what it stood for last week, but I'm pretty sure that they have legislation around like rockets going that high. So
yeah, so yours won't go any higher than 275 feet or 84 meters. And mine, with the motor I'm using, will only reach 200 feet, which is 61 meters. So we'll be fine. We just can't, we can't do anything more exciting than that.
The number 400 feet sticks in my head. So sounds like we're going to be under that.
We definitely can't go any higher without motors there. But you can, if we want to take a trip, we can go to Mount Druitt and there's actually a launch site there where you can launch them higher.
That's pretty cool. I have my elastic here. You're not the only one who has elastic in their rocket.
Whoa, okay. I'm feeling some sass.
There is sass. The sass is coming fast and hard, Riley.
But
actually,
see, now my nose cone won't ever be detached from my rocket.
A question on this elastic thing. Is this something that happens in real rockets?
No, because because you know how, I'm trying to think of a good example. So like the Saturn V rockets, which took us to the moon, they had their different stages and each stage just broke off and like went into the ocean and it just no longer remained part of the rocket. And that's kind of the opposite of what's going to happen here because this whole thing is going to stay attached. So,
Okay.
no.
I have just used so much glue, like so much glue, and it is
Now you understand.
I do understand. It's on every surface. There is just so much glue. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. In the picture, it looked like they were using heaps of glue. So I was like, oh, I must use heaps of glue. No, if you're at home, just go easy.
Oh, I just found I have all my, so Higher Orbits, the organization that does STEM outreach in the US. And
I love them.
Yeah, interview with the CEO, Michelle. She gave me a whole bunch, and I just found them, of space erasers. So this one's a UFO. Got a rocket, but it's missing the nose cone.
Ooh.
I've got little astronaut man. He's cute. Oh, we have to launch. I want to launch him in my rocket.
That's a great idea. I should come up with something. I should come up with a thing to launch in my rocket.
Yes, we should have like mini things.
I think I want to stick googly eyes all over my rocket. How would you feel about that?
I think that would be amazing, and it would also be really disturbing to everyone else watching.
See, I was initially keen on pom-poms, but I think that googly eyes will be more aerodynamic.
Yes, more so than pom-poms, 100%.
Yeah.
Right. So what they do here is they kind of like pinch it in some way,
Oh.
like fold it back. But I'm not sure how much they fold it back. And then, not that much. And then they measure out 2 centimeters on this, and then that's where we tie the parachute. I also feel like because we're talking and having such a great time, that is why a contributing factor of why it's taking so long. Right.
I am adding your story to my story, and I'm going to make my own story.
Yes.
Look at me being like an old person, like poking my phone. What am I doing? It's because I've got glue on all my fingers. We're back. We are back. Yes, there was a brief pause.
We needed a break.
Life happens, and I'm inhaling so much glue. And I don't think... Like, I'm not sure. I'm going to read the safety instructions on this because I'm pretty sure you're not meant to inhale it, but let's see. It's got a lot of warnings on it.
For those wondering what I'm doing, I did mark out really briefly where I need to tie the parachutes onto, so that's what I'm doing now.
What language would you like me to read you the safety instructions in?
Finnish? I don't even have mine anymore, so I can't even tell you what languages are on there.
Oh, they've got Russian. Полисемент. Да, is not good, cause big problem. Yeah, that's pretty much what it says. No, in English it says, warning, Humbrol polycement contains butyl acetate, may cause drowsiness or dizziness. Avoid breathing vapors. Use only outdoors or in a well-ventilated area. All right, so it's probably why I'm here being like, whoo, it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm slightly dizzy, but
yeah, I'm a little dizzy, and I'm wondering if I should open the window. I think I'm going to open the window. Oh, my naked man has disappeared, so that's safe. Wait, I'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere, Riley. You can entertain them while I'm gone.
Great. Entertaining. I'm just going to give, well, I mean, this is probably entertaining for people to watch because I kind of don't really understand what I'm doing right now. So.
Okay.
I was saying that I'm kind of just being entertaining because I don't really know what I'm doing.
You're looking very focused though, and I think that's something I could really learn from.
I'm focused because there's so many goddamn things.
I'm taking a very holistic approach to my rocket.
There's so many things.
This is definitely better with a bit of ventilation.
Like, I just tied a knot.
What?
I just tied a knot and it wasn't even over the top of my shock cord, so.
Oh no. This is why, like, if you're an aerospace engineer, you should also be doing home crafts. Really up your skills. Oh wow, that butyl acetate's really making itself known. I shouldn't have used so much glue. It also did say that I should be applying a very thin layer. And the picture didn't look like that, so I really went over the top.
I don't know what I've done. All right, how can I improvise and overcome?
What have you done? I know you just said you don't know what you've done, but I'm wondering if you can be more descriptive.
I now have a giant hole. And it all looks tangled.
Oh no, Riley.
The one thing that needed to go perfect.
This was the one thing we didn't want to happen. This says I have to hold it till it dries, but I can't be bothered, so I have a bulldog clip that's going to hold it till it dries.
Oh no, my rocket's gonna break and I'm not gonna be happy. It's right, I'll just glue it all back together and then I'll just never launch it again.
Oh no, I'm sure you can fix it.
Well, I tried to fix it the best that I could.
And your best is always good enough, Riley. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Well, I'm appreciating the positivity. I'm sorry, when I get really focused, I like can't talk.
That's fine. I can talk enough for both of us.
I am so focused right now. I'm like, this must be perfect. Wait, all right. So I've got this like this now. And then
where do you have to do you want to show me the instructions and maybe I can help? I've read a lot of sewing instructions in my time.
Wait, I need to readjust myself. All right. For anyone interested, I'm currently up to these steps, like this one in particular.
Oh. 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 I think I know what it's wanting you to do.
Okay,
Maybe?
great.
Is it just wanting you to like tie basically this sounds bad, but like a noose? So
I mean, I think so. And I mean, I think I did that, but at the same time.
So you need to make a loop in your, let me have a look at this.
I don't know how to do it around a cord.
Yeah. So I think it wants you to tie a loop first in your, so my instructions are different. My one, it just has me tying my parachute directly to the nose cone. How would you feel about doing that?
Do what the instructions say is all I'm saying, because wait, hang on.
Because if the end result is you just have to have your parachute tied to the shock cord, I'm sure you can achieve that in a simpler way than that instruction is making it look.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think what it wants you to do is like tie a loop in your parachute cord and then loop your parachute through that loop. Yeah, like that. I think that looks perfect. You did it.
I'm so stressed.
We can't see your face, but like your hands look stressed.
See, I'm so stressed and focused, I completely forgot we were filming.
That's fair. I have, I think, recovered from my dose of glue, and I need to now, I'm going to leave this to glue a little bit stronger. And I'm thinking my engine mount is pretty dry, so I think I'm going to install it. I think the moment's come. More glue is required for this, but this time a thin layer.
I am smelling a lot of glue as well. All right. So now they want my nose cone. They want this pulled out to the side. See, I don't think it's going to deploy properly because some of the strings are taught and some are not. But I guess we'll see when it's launched.
Some of them are taught and some of them teach themselves. Ha. It's a joke.
Too good. Too good.
Kevin Castro on Twitter today put up a thing that was like, I'm working on an aviation joke, but it just won't land. And I thought that was the funniest thing.
That is pretty darn good.
Yeah, and it didn't get the appreciation it deserved. So if you're on Twitter, go laugh at it. Okay.
So now I need to make sure, so now they want me to test to see if my nose cone fits properly. So as in when it goes in, it shouldn't be too loose or too tight. Well, it's definitely not too tight, but I don't know how you tell if it's, if it falls out, then it's too loose.
Do you want to build a nose cone?
Yes. One day I'm going to buy a 3D printer and I'm going to 3D print different nose cones so I can test what happens each time.
What's your theory as to like the best shape for a nose cone?
Well, it depends on what you're using it for. So like, for example, your nose cone has a sharper tip than mine.
It does. It's very sharp.
Which means it's going to travel a lot faster. Like if you think of like fighter jets, they usually always have a very sharp point, and that is to get through the atmosphere.
Yes.
Whereas rockets, because they need to re-enter the atmosphere, but when they re-enter the atmosphere, they don't want to go too quickly because then too much heat is generated from the friction and then they melt, essentially.
So I have a question on this, which is, you know how with swimsuit fabrics, they used to always be like as smooth as possible is the goal. And then they were like, hang on, like sharks have a slightly rough texture that helps them move through the water better because it kind of grips in a way. So then they designed those really cool swimsuits that are like wetsuits kind of, or body suits that are a little bit like a shark's skin. With aircraft, do you want it to be as smooth as possible? Or is there like a texture that would, I guess, interact with like the different, I guess not all atmosphere is the same, but the qualities of the atmosphere could be like optimized, like adaptive optics, but adaptive surface things.
To be honest, I haven't looked into this. So what I'm saying next could be totally, totally incorrect. But I would dare say you would want it to be smooth. But in saying that, when I was in NASA, went to NASA Houston, and I got to like walk into one of the space shuttles, they have like tiles and they're smooth, but I can't quite remember if like there was slight gaps. I don't think there was, but I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, in my opinion, I dare say it would be smooth, but if I'm wrong, let me know.
Okay.
I'm up to putting my stickers on. All right, now this is going to be the most challenging thing for me because I never put stickers on straight, ever. Not once.
I'm up to adding more glue.
Well, don't fume yourself out.
That's right. I've got the window open. We're being very safe. If you're watching, Mum, you don't need to worry. It's fine. I'm not, being nerdy and getting high.
Oh my God. All right. My Amazon rocket. I'm so excited. I am slightly disappointed that they only gave me 2 stickers there.
Well, do you have any other stickers? Because maybe you could like improvise and add some of your own.
No, because I'm a very boring person.
I am sure I have like a bunch of NASA stickers I get at conferences and they're hanging around. And I'm sure you have some of those.
I do have NASA stickers actually.
Well, who's boring now, huh?
Not me.
I'm not sure why, but I always feel like negging people is a good way to increase their confidence.
No!
Probably not, hey.
No!
That's that like entrenched, what's it called?
No, it's going to have...
What happened?
It's got a bubble in it and it's not coming off.
Oh, don't worry. It'll like pop when it gets high enough in the atmosphere, won't it?
I've got no idea, but
because air expands at altitude.
No idea, but I'm really upset right now. This reminds me of when I used to cover my books in high school.
Oh, that was a high risk thing. Just like stick a pin in it.
Haha, Stanley no.
Now that I think about it, I have no idea why we covered our books in high school. Like by the time I got to the later years, I just stopped doing it and life went on.
Yeah, I know, but especially in primary school, it was such a big thing.
It was the biggest of deals.
I remember there was like a competition, I feel like amongst me and my friends who had the like best covered books. And
yeah.
My mom was amazing at covering books, so I always won. My mom is really creative. She's very, very, very creative.
That's cool.
She can draw amazing things and she can take incredible pictures. But not me. Okay. I'm gonna try. Oh my god, I'm focusing so much.
Do you have recovery wadding?
Yes, I do, which I can give you some. We don't need to put it in until launch day.
Yes. Okay, it's given us some instructions on how to fly it, and it says we need a large field of 152 square meters, which is actually not that large. Oh my god, that looks so good.
And then,
oh my god, it looks amazing.
I'm going to put, because I mean, for now, because we're not launching it, I can just put this in here for now. Oh my god, of course, I can't do it.
I'm trying to figure out why I have this little tube thing. This. It's like a little straw and I have to stick it to the outside of my rocket. But I'm still deeply unclear as to why. That might be next week's problem. I think if I'm very quick, I might be able to get the fins on my rocket this week, but I think the nose cone is probably an activity for next week.
Yes. I feel like the people that make model rockets are judging me so harsh right now because I know that's not how you put in the parachute. And I know that's not how you put in the parachute, but I'm just doing it anyway because...
But you haven't put in your wadding.
Yeah, because I'm not doing that yet. I'm going to do it when we launch it. But...
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
There we go.
I feel I deserved that sass. What do we do here? We glue and we okay. We put more glue.
So my rocket is essentially done, but I have got all of the launch pad to make. So I'm so excited to launch it. I'm just so pretty.
I think I'm going to save the fins for next time because I want to let my engine mount dry in place securely. And I don't want to mess with it. And I also want to let my, whatever this is, dry before I fiddle with it too much. Oh, we got a message.
Oh, what do people want to know?
I am at this stage unclear as to whether this is a question or just sexual harassment, but let's see. This is like, spin the wheel.
I'm interested now when I just realized my stickers are on straight. Are they? Yes.
I am still unsure. They've sent a message saying hydrogen iodine, which I'm assuming is like high.
Hydrogen iodine. I don't really know what they're talking about.
Helium is he, hydrogen is, I'm assuming it's like a clever joke based on like the periodic table of elements. I'm going to look into this. Hydrogen.
Well, I had someone respond and they have asked, they've asked, what is the atomic number of Einsteinium? And, oh, wait, do you know what that is?
The atomic number of Einsteinium?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's well down the periodic table. I don't know, is it somewhere in the 50s?
Here's my laptop, which I just prepared earlier. It is element number 99, and it is a synthetic chemical element. It is not natural, and it was first produced by intense neutron irradiation of uranium-238 during the detonation of nuclear weapons.
So it turns out hydrogen iodine was indeed a very clever way of saying hi, because hydrogen is H and iodine is I. And the atomic number of iodine is 53.
Ooh. I feel like Einsteinium is number 99. That was really cool.
That is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure hydrogen is, yeah, number 1. So there we go. Because it goes hydrogen, helium, and then others.
Lithium, beryllium. I've got another one, but I don't know if we want to talk about it because it's kind of like a rabbit hole, but I'll put it out there. It's what is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle?
Oh man, the uncertainty principle. I love the uncertainty principle.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're talking about it then. I was like, this could get very deep very quickly.
That's cool. We can go deep. We can definitely go deep. But I'm wondering if we should save that for the next video though.
All right, yes, we will save that for the next video.
Because I think that my stuff needs to dry and I've sort of hit a point at which I can't do much.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll do that next time and I'll build the launch pad.
Yeah, next time you build the launch pad, I'll finish building my rocket. And then I have to paint it and decorate it. It looks amazing.
I'm just going to have this like with me everywhere. Don't worry.
It's so tall. It's like as tall as you are sitting down. Yeah, the best. Yeah, let's reconvene next week and we can sort out some stuff. If we get more questions, I'll bring them along next week. And
same for me.
And in the meantime, I will prepare my remarks on the uncertainty principle.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And I'm also going to look into this texture thing for aircraft.
Oh, yes.
Because I have a theory that maybe some fighter jets and like really fast moving aircraft have textures. I know they have shapes based on sea creatures, but I wonder if they also have textures because they look kind of like they might. So that's what I'm going to look into.
All right. Well, I'm excited for next week. But until then.
Until then, this has been a joy. What a delight, Riley. And if you have questions, send them through to either Riley or myself on our respective channels. Wow, that glue was a lot. This is just like people watching us be a little bit ditzy.
It's right. Like, they're going to click through because it's a very long video, which is fine. So we're just going to make sure we've got quality content whenever they stop.
That's right. And honestly, I think we have the most quality content. I'm content with our quality. How about that?
That's very punny.
Very punny. All right, I'm going to hit stop recording. If you're watching this, see you next time.